Hello, everybody. Spider here once again. Coming soon podcast, San Antonio, Texas. Being joined by returning guest, my man Andrew. How are you doing, sir?
Good, Mario. Thanks so much for having me, man. I appreciate it.
No, no, man. I mean, I know. I had looked at our past interview, and I was like, man, it felt like just yesterday we were talking, man. So of course, time flew by pretty quick.
Thanks, man. Was that like over a year ago, right?
Yeah.
It must have
Oh
been.
yeah, yeah. It was definitely. I looked at it and I was like, man, I could have sworn I just talked to this guy, man. But dude, I mean, of course, I see you out there. I see you hustling. I see you making moves, and of course, I mean, on top of the past projects that you've worked on, and the one that I had you on for last time. I mean, you're actually have been staying busy. I mean, there's a new project that we're gonna be bringing up in a little bit, but I wanted to talk about yourself, man. I mean, how have you been doing, brother?
Thanks, man. I've been pretty good, thanks. I hope you've been well too. But yeah, I've been lucky, man. Just staying busy as a filmmaker, like you said, hustling. It's not an easy industry, so I'm always trying to get projects made, and there's always setbacks and stuff. But luckily, I have this feature I completed recently, and then I had a claymation movie screen last weekend that did pretty well. Like it's like a short Santa Claus movie, so that was really fun. And then yeah, I'm in development, hoping to get other projects made. So we'll see what happens.
Man, okay, I was gonna ask you about that. So the short film was a claymation,
Yeah, it's called The Magic of Santa Claus.
bro. Okay, okay. I didn't read into that because I just saw the poster and I said, oh, okay, cool, man. I said, I mean, normally, I mean, filmmakers. I mean, I guess in between feature films, I mean, that's what you do. You stay busy, you drop a little short here and there. But I mean, but let me ask you this though: why claymation, man? I mean, did you just stumble across a box of clay, or what happened?
So I did a short Santa Claus movie in 2020. It was like a 6 minute animation, and I loved it. Like it was a great experience, and it got really good reviews and screening festivals. So since then, I was always like, I wanted to come back to do animation Santa Claus.
Yeah.
And then I met this lady, Christine Diamant, through Facebook. She runs Key to Clay Studios, which is like an independent claymation studio. And her and I connected, and we were, I was lucky that the project sort of came out, and that was 6 months it took to make that, and it was last year, and it's been playing in festivals this year, and it's done Touchwood really well. So I'm very grateful.
Man, and of course, I take it that the lady was the one doing the claymation.
Yeah, she did the sculpting, the claymation.
Oh.
We had someone else do the art. We had the music. Yeah, she was the one of the main. She was like it was her sculpting and animation, and she filmed it, and I directed it kind of via Zoom calls and emails, and it was great. It was a lot of fun.
No, yeah, bro. I mean, that's one of those things. I mean, I love puppets. I love, you know, other than of course, CGI and AI, which is all over the place now. But I mean, I love stuff that you can actually build with your hands and just make into something because I mean, people think, okay, yeah, it happened in a week, but man, that takes time. I mean, there's a lot of work put into that. So I can only imagine. I mean, you said it worked. Yeah, it took about 6 months. I mean, as far as the claymation itself, do you know the hours that it took or the days?
Yeah, she pretty much worked 7 days a week for 6 months, like all day, like with the sculpting, the photography, the like set design, and yeah, I mean, she's an incredible talent. If anyone ever wants to do claymation, I can't recommend her enough. She's amazing.
No, no, that's great, man. I mean, and of course, I mean, you just wanted to throw this out there. I mean, you said people did accept it. I mean, it actually went through festivals, got some awards.
Yeah, so it actually we didn't win last week, but we were nominated. We lost to a very big animation film. But yeah, we've screened in a lot of festivals, like in Bangladesh, the US, in Europe, a few. So it's been an amazing and I love the genre in it. Luckily, it was a pretty inexpensive movie to make, so it was really cool.
No, 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 for sure, man. I'm actually, I mean, is that something that you're looking to get back into? I mean, I'm just curious.
I'd love to, man. Like if I can get into claymation or animation, I'd love it. At the end of the day, I love telling stories. Like being a filmmaker is what I live for, and like if I can just keep telling stories, I'll be a success for myself, and that's really what I want to do.
No, no, for sure, man. And I gotta ask you also because when it comes to like you said, like being a filmmaker, I mean, writing, the writing never stops. I mean, I'm sure. Do you have like a tablet or something that you keep writing into, like on a daily?
Yeah, so I use my computer. I use Final Draft. So I think quite a few feature screenplays that I still want to make. So I'm always like looking for financing for those. And yeah, I write a lot. Like when I write, I kind of don't do anything else. I just like sit and write for weeks or whatever. So that's yeah, writing is very time consuming, and I love doing it though. So I have a lot of inspiration for stories and stuff. So
Nice, brother. And of course, I mean, before we jumped on here, I mean, we're talking about this weather. I mean, of course, I am in Texas. It's still hot. We hit fall the other day. The weather, I mean, even now it changed a little bit. I mean, it's not too bad, but it's like a dry heat, man. I mean, I was out there running, and I made it. I lived another day. But yeah, but I mean, of course, I mean, being out there in California, correct? I mean, how's the weather
yeah,
out there now?
it's good. I haven't been out today, but I think yesterday it wasn't that hot, which was nice. It was kind of it's perfect. I mean, California weather is like really good. It has a reputation and it deserves it. It's great.
You see, and the reason I bring up the weather a lot, I mean, it's not just because I'm looking to move, but because of course, when it comes to filmmaking, here in San Antonio, I mean, I know a lot of filmmakers tend to wait till the weather gets a little cooler. I mean, sometimes they just got to do it, but man, the film outside or in the room, especially, and it happened the other day. I was talking to another filmmaker, and he was saying that they're in a closed room. Like, we shot yesterday, and it's like you got to turn off the fans, you got to turn off the AC because the boomstick will pick everything up. So of course, all those bodies in there, man, start getting hot before you know it, man.
Yeah, in fact, the movie you interviewed me for last year, The Sedctress From Hell, we had a problem. Like the camera overheated because it was so hot. We were filming in the garage, so I think we had to like stop for a couple of hours and like put ice on the camera in a bag or something, and then it like got back.
Damn.
So
Wow.
yeah, California can get hot too. Like the valley where I film a lot of stuff, the San Fernando Valley, that can get pretty hot,
No,
really
no,
hot
for
actually.
sure. And I didn't even think about the equipment getting like overheating, but that's true. I mean, even I go, I went to go jog earlier, and it's like I got to put my phone in one of my pockets because it'll get hot. I'm out there running in the heat, and it's like before you know it, it just turns off. But I mean, yeah, I mean that's right, man. And of course, I mean because you guys had to postpone. I mean, it's you know, uh, time's in essence, right? I mean, every time you have to wait, basically, I mean, you're losing money. So of course, when it comes to the actors, the actresses, the whole crew, I mean, you basically just have to sit back. I mean, what do you guys work on when that happens?
I mean, you mean in between projects or like when? I guess we have different things. Like people have different day jobs and stuff. Like I do social media work. I'm lucky the last few years I've like been pretty steady work as a filmmaker, which is very fortunate place to be. Um, and yeah, no, LA's a grind, man. It's a hustle, and the industry's changed too. Like there's not as many things filmed in LA as there used to be. There are these new things. I don't know if you've heard of them. They're called vertical dramas. People watch on their phone.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, so like a lot of work in LA is that right now.
You see, and I started hearing about that with a couple of the local actors, just posting like vertical film, vertical that, and I was like, pro. I mean, I didn't even Google it because I was like, man, I don't know what that is, but somebody told me, and I said, okay, but yeah, it seems to be like the it thing right now. A lot of people have been doing it here locally, and which is great, man. I mean, projects are projects, but I mean, when it comes to the filmmakers and you guys making things happen, man, I mean, that's it's always a plus, especially for us trying to jump in films.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I'm trying to get into vertical. Like, I'd love to get a taste for it. So we'll see what happens with that.
Man, and let me ask you once again, because when it comes to these film festivals, I mean, when you guys submit these films, I mean, do you guys go out and look for festivals outside the country on purpose, or is that just something that happens, that comes up?
I look at every festival. Like for me, like the more festivals I can play at, like a lot of times I don't have the ability to go, but I always ask them to send me photos of the screening, or like sometimes I do Q&As on Zoom as well, which is like, in fact, the Glendale Film Festival, which I played at last week, the film that won Best Picture was a Korean film. So the director didn't come, but he recorded a video message and they screened it at the awards ceremony. So like,
Oh, nice.
film festivals are thanks, man. Yeah, film festivals are so global now, so it's really cool to kind of participate. Like I love hearing that I got into a festival in Europe or South America. Like it's just a dream, to have your work screened.
Oh yeah, I mean, the name of the game is getting as many eyes as you can on your projects, because the more people that see it, of course, I mean, shows numbers. I mean, you working in social media. I mean, you got to know that, right? You got to make things
Oh
happen
yeah,
and bring people in. So,
yeah. It's all engagement, and like perception and kind of yeah. You're absolutely right, man.
my man, and of course, this new project. I mean, this is something that's already in production. I mean, when it comes to, I should have asked you. I did post the photo on the website, but the Demoness, of course. You know, when did this start? I mean, when it came to writing, I mean, is this something that you started with like a while back, or did it happen in 1 week?
Thank you. No, so I started writing it last November. We actually finished post production, I think maybe 4 or 5 weeks ago. So we
Okay.
finished the editing, sound design. So like we've submitted to a lot of festivals, actually dozens. We're waiting to hear back. But I started writing it last November. I think it was like 2 or 3 months I spent writing it, and then we kind of luckily things fell into place pretty easily by film standards. We filmed in May, and then I think it was 4 months in post production, and then we just finished. So yeah, it's been great, and it's a 93-minute feature film. It's very inspired by the Terrifier movies, which I love. Um, I just think they're amazing. Like especially
And of course,
Terrifier 3 is so good.
yeah, no, yeah, you see, and that's another thing too, because I mean, of course, there's I don't want to say as far as like films that I mean, of course, films that you look up to, but I mean, there's no boundaries. You can keep going, right? I mean, but those are just inspirations when it comes to. I mean, what was it that inspired you? I mean, was it the writing, the gore, like all of the above?
I think it was everything. I think I went to see Terrifier 3 in theaters before I'd seen the other two.
Yeah.
And like it's just such a well-made movie. The cinematography, the acting, the music, the gore, the special effects, the makeup, it's just such a great movie. Like for what it is, like the horror, like it's perfect. The execution. And like I guess like I'm a horror fan anyway. Like so I've been doing horror for many years, and I love watching horror movies. So yeah, I think that was. But I also like was inspired by '80s movies like Hellraiser and A Nightmare on Elm Street and Scream as well, which I love that series.
Oh yeah, you gotta.
Classic, man. I just went through the whole series. I think I just rewatched 4 like a couple of weeks ago. That's pretty
I
good.
know. I do that like during the week. Like I mean, I'll watch like part one on Monday, part two on because there's a few that I'm like, damn, I don't remember seeing it, and I'll throw it on, and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I've seen it. So it's just kind of like a little refresher. But yeah, man, I mean, you got to go through make your own little film fest. Just go through them, run through them real quick.
Yeah, even the Final Destination movies I rewatched as well. Those are really good.
No, no, for sure, man. And let me ask you, because when it comes to the project, I mean, you did manage to get some great actors on this one. So how did you go about doing that?
Thank you so much. And yeah, I agree about what you said. Your own film festival. That's funny.
Oh yeah,
Um, but yeah, so I was lucky. It was like we did cast, and then like we had like the Human Centipedes Akihiro Kitamura, sorry. His manager submitted him for the project, and then like I reached out and offered him a role because I really liked his work, and being a horror icon, I thought it would be great to have him in the movie. And then Riley Nottingham, who actually was in VHS Halloween that just came out, which I watched. He's great guy and great actor. He auditioned for this, and then he had a call back, and then we cast him. Same with the other people, and we were just really lucky. Like it just kind of my producer and I, like Sam Britton and I, like we spent a lot of time going through all the submissions and the reels and so
man. You
it's
see, and,
lucky.
and that's another thing too, because when it comes to doing auditions, I mean, that's another job in itself. I mean, you literally have to sit down and see which actor or actress actually brings what to the table, right?
Yeah, totally, man. And like, being a low budget film, we have to wear a lot of hats. So like, I remember there was one night I was working till 1 a.m. like going through, like there were other nights I did that too, but that night I remember because it was for the Demoness, which is the lead role. So yeah, it's a hustle, man. It's like a 24/7 job being a filmmaker, more than a 24/7 job.
And somebody, I was talking to one of my coworkers today, because I mean, there's projects that pop up, and a lot. Some of them are last minute, or just direct. Hey, we need an extra? We need this, and if I'm available, I'll jump on it. But I got to work today, and I was drained. I was tired, and I was like, damn, man. I said, it's just It's barely Monday and I'm already beat, and he was all like, oh, well, you're out there working late, man. You regret it. And I said, nah, I'll do it. I'll do it again. I'll probably do it this week. It's just got to vent a little bit, but yeah, man, work's great. I love my work, man. I mean, I love, I get a lot of, leeway in a sense, but I stay busy. But I mean, there's a lot of times where I can take a breather and go sit down for a little bit and recoup and keep going, but wouldn't have it any other way, man.
Thanks, man. Yeah, no, there's something about creative stuff. It's just like very inspiring, you know.
Yeah. No, no, for sure. And of course, I mean, you do right, but I mean, when it comes to drawing, I mean, are you pretty handy with the pen, with the pencil? Can you draw?
Yeah. So I think you got cut off there for a second. So
Oh yeah.
what was your question here?
Oh no, I said I know, being a writer, but I mean, can you also do other creative things like draw or sketch or anything with the pen or pencil?
So I do storyboards for my projects, like, but they're very basic. It's just more of like the framing. But I'm not like I don't really draw or paint well, to be honest.
Oh, okay, okay. I was just
Unfortunately.
curious. I was like, man, it's got to be, I mean, being an artist, of course, but I figure what else you could do. But what about music? I mean, can you compose your own? You compose your own music, your own scores?
No, I don't. I actually don't have musical talent at all. I played the piano a little bit, like when I was younger, but I never really got into music. I was always like drawn to film, I think, and TV. So like I would just write screenplays, and I've written like a short novel, and yeah, like I think I don't have music talent, but I do love music a lot. Like I listen every day to music, like when I'm working. A
Oh
lot of
yeah.
my work is like music inspired. Like I love trance music, so like we put '90s trance music in this film.
Oh, nice, bro. That's what I
Yeah.
run to when I go to the park. That's what
Oh,
I
thanks.
listen to,
Oh,
bro.
really?
90 times, bro. Keep my heart going.
Like ATB
Yeah.
and stuff. Paul Van
Oh
Dyke.
yeah. All that stuff, man.
It's so good, man. It's so good.
Yeah, I mean, I love it because it literally just in the morning. Sometimes if I skip my coffee, I'll put trance on the way to work just to wake me up, and it does the job. So it's great stuff.
Thanks, man. Yeah, no, it's a beautiful genre actually. Like there's a lot of emotion in it, you know.
No, yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm an '80s kid, but I mean, out of high school, like going to clubs and dance clubs and trance and techno and house, all that good stuff, man. So yeah, it's good times.
Thanks, man. Yeah, 80s music I love a lot too. I love like all those like what is it? Eric Carmen, Starship, um, what else? Phil Collins,
Oh yeah, you
Sting.
got Journey,
I
you
love
got Bon
those groups,
Jovi, you
man.
got like, I mean,
Oh, so good.
we had an event last week at work on Thursday, and the people that were in charge, like to set up the tables and everything, they were in charge of the playlist. So, dude, that's all they played was '80s music, and I was like, "What the heck?" And in the one young girl that's the receptionist, she's like 19 or 20, and she starts singing it, and I'm like, "Man, you know this song?" And she's like, "Yeah, I thought my mom listened to, man." So I said, "Oh, okay." I said, "Now I know." But I mean, it is great music, man. I mean, this is like before. I forgot what that thing is called that they use, that auto tone or
Oh yeah, is it auto tune? Is that?
yeah, they use all these gadgets, and I get it, but it's just like, I mean, the '80s, and I mean the '80s especially, or even the '70s. I mean, they have vocals, man. They could sing, they can throw their voice out there and make some great music. But
I
that's what I
agree,
like.
man. And like speaking of 80s, I love Top Gun. I love the soundtrack from that movie. I think it's
Oh
just
yeah, dude, you
amazing.
can. That's like a classic within itself, man. Tom
Classic,
Cruise,
man.
little Tom
Berlin,
Cruise.
Take My Breath Away, like amazing song. Like just a great movie too.
No, you see, and that's one of the things. Every time like a new movie, like, I mean, especially like on Netflix, and they play like these old songs, like older songs, should I say? And I'm like, oh man, like that's my jam. It's like, and I mean, of course, I think they do it on purpose, just because we're big kids still listening to this stuff. So of course they get us with the music and then the movie and everything else. So it helps.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, music is like just so powerful. Like the art form, it's just amazing.
No, no, for sure, man. And of course, I mean, this film, like you said, I mean, guys have been running it through the circuit. I mean, you haven't received any reviews yet. You did send me a screener. It was just like a quick clips of the film itself, man. And I looked back and I looked at some of the reviews because I was like, man, I wanted to see what they, not so much what they thought, but how they described it. Because of course, when I saw the teaser, I said, okay, that's like a creature feature film, right? I mean, there's a, but I mean, they had like supernatural. They had slasher film. They had like everything but. So are all of them correct when it comes to the film?
Yeah, so actually we have gotten a few good reviews. We just got like some critics that reviewed my previous works, and so far it's been really positive. So I'm really like grateful and excited about that. But yeah, to answer your question, it is like, yeah, it's like supernatural. It's like dark comedy. It's like it's kind of a creature feature as well, because she has like the demoness has body movements that are almost like a spider. And then it's kind of fantasy, thriller, suspense. There's some drama in it too. Yeah, but I think it's like it turned out to be more of a dark comedy than I initially wrote it. But I'm really happy about that because I think it works with the story.
Nice, man. And of course, when it came to the makeup, I mean, who was in charge of that?
So there's a really talented makeup artist I work with. Her name's Brittany Jameson Lackey. She actually did the Sedctress From Hell, the blood effects in that movie. And she's a really talented, really nice person as well. So she did the makeup design on the Demoness. It was 3 hours every morning to apply that prosthetic. Yeah, and she did the blood as well. She's a real visionary in what she does. She's great.
Nice, man. And I gotta ask because, of course, when it takes 3 hours to put, I'm sure it takes longer with other, but I mean, 3 hours to put this stuff on. I mean, are you thinking, okay, you know what? Let's utilize the day and just keep going, or do you guys still set a time?
Yeah, so what we did is like we had the lead actress and like the makeup team and the AD come in first, like before everyone else. So like they would come in at least 2 hours before everyone else. So like they would start that process,
Yeah.
and then everyone else would come in later, and then we would start filming. But yeah, if we had to wait on her, that would have been we wouldn't have been able to do it. The film.
No, no, for sure, man. And of course, I mean, I think every time they had like a call time, I mean, I always get there early. I don't know if it's just to get in the zone or just kind of like get in character, but I like getting there early myself just to kind of, zone in and get ready, man.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's an expression in film. It's like it's really just about showing up. Like I think it's really important just to have a good attitude. Be on time, and like yeah, be prepared. That's the key.
No, and I was gonna say too, because when it comes to timing, I mean, a lot of times, I know a few films. I mean, they've been shot outdoors, and like I mentioned, like the weather. A lot of times when you get out there, you're like, man, I mean, it's too damn hot. But I mean, you got to make it happen. I feel bad for the people that are wearing costumes because it's even hotter. But it's just like staying in a good mood and knocking it out.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't filmed that much outdoors. Like, actually, I have on my mini series, but in general, I feel like I do film more inside, like in sound stages. And yeah, you're right. It can be hot in the costumes.
No, and then I mean, I think it's better. I mean, for me, I would rather shoot indoors because I mean, you can control the weather. You can, you know what I mean. You have a lot more control over what's going on instead of being outside and train or airplane flying by. Who knows? Because that does happen. I've been there.
Yeah, and the sound guys will always say hold for sound, right?
True, true. But my man, but of course, I mean, this film is out there. So I mean, are you already looking at 2026? I mean, are you working on something else for next year?
Yeah, so I have another script I'm trying to get off the ground. It's called Just One Drink. It's a psychological thriller. So I'm going to be at the American Film Market next month, hopefully taking some meetings. So hopefully that comes to fruition. But it's always hard, man. Like getting projects funded and off the ground, like it's never easy. A lot of it's kind of right place, right time, luck. Meeting the right people, having the right cast, having the right location.
No, yeah, and that seems to be, I mean, like with everything, I mean, of course, budget. You have actors, actresses that are coming in. The sound guy, the makeup. I mean, these are all people that you got to pay, and when it comes to investors, I mean, is that what you would call them? Like people to come in and invest in a movie and kind of help out with the finances?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I've been lucky. Like I guess for every 10 or 20, 10 projects I've tried to get off there, maybe one or two have. Like it's very difficult to find investors for film. Like the stuff that I've done, like I've been lucky. I've had my mini series, The Twisted Doll. I had a production company back it, and then the Seduction from Hell. We had an investor, and then yeah, sometimes it's like a collection of investors, like people that buy shares in the film, and then get a percentage of what it makes. Sometimes it does well, sometimes it doesn't do well. So
Yeah.
it's Yeah, I mean, being a filmmaker is kind of being like an entrepreneur as well.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, you gotta look ahead and think about the return on investment, and it's not just like, hey, I have a movie, throw money in. I mean, you got to, like you said, you got to make connections. You got to talk to the right people. Let me ask you this, because a lot of times, I mean, like yesterday, also we're filming, and we're hiding everything that has like a logo or a brand, because we're like, oh crap, and so when it comes to you guys making films, I mean, is it an option to say go after a pizza restaurant and say, hey, you know what, we can have your pizza on here for a couple bucks? I mean, does that work, or does that help?
Yeah, so sometimes companies do that. I think it's called product placement, if I'm not mistaken.
Right. Right.
But like, yeah, sometimes like if it's a bigger film, like I think James Bond, like they get money from, was it Heineken? I think like
Oh yeah.
gave them money to feature because they know it's like such a huge film, and like they'll get so much publicity from it. So yeah, I've tried to do that. It's very difficult
Yeah.
getting like on independent movies, but it's something I am working on actually. Like in the future to try and get like brands to kind of back my projects. Yeah, and I guess that like the bigger a filmmaker I get, the easier that'll be. Because people will know. Like I'm sure Tarantino could get that
Oh
easily.
yeah. Yeah.
Like
You
someone
see.
as big as that.
No, yeah, you see, because when it comes to projects, I mean, there's even like myself, I get sponsors and I get people to help me out like throughout the month, and you know, uh, it's not in the thousands, but they do help out, and I appreciate everything they send me. But when it comes to a film, like, why not? I mean, you got to wear clothing, you got to drink something, you got to eat something, just product placement on everything, and help make these films happen, man.
Thanks, man. No, that's great. You got that. Like, yeah, anything is like so appreciated.
Yeah.
Any because I remember you do like, is it wrestling management as well?
Yeah, I actually manage a few fighters. I mean, I manage pages. I do. I'm probably not doing what you're doing when it comes to social media, but I mean, I do run a couple of pages just to, like you said. I mean, get for sponsor, product placement, sharing, just communicate, not just posting, because that doesn't do much, but I mean, actually interacting, reacting, answer. I mean, everything. And it's a full time job, man. I mean, it's just a lot of work, and I mean, people on a daily, like I kind of have to, like, I don't write down what I have to do, but it's like, okay, I do it in order so I don't forget. So I'll go from the top and work my way down, and make sure I post for everything, and just interact, answer whatever, and just keep going. But yeah, it's one of the things that I've been doing. This coming weekend, I'm actually going to Austin for a grappling event, it's like a catch wrestling. So I'm going to be doing commentary, doing play by play, and it'll be fun. It'll be streamed, so I'm gonna have fun
Oh
with that
yeah,
one.
yeah. Feel free to send me the link. I'd be happy to watch it when it's live.
No, no, for sure, man. Yeah, I've been looking. I was doing commentary for a combat sports promotion, or an MMA promotion, and so I'm I enjoy it. I've been in the sport so long, so it's like I'm not up with the lingo when it comes to like all these new moves, because there's a lot of stuff that's coming up, and I'm like, damn. But I still know my takedowns and throws and submissions, man. So I'll throw them out there.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, a lot of it is like just promotion. Like a lot of famous movies, I feel like had good advertising campaigns.
Yeah.
You
No,
have
no,
to
yeah.
get the word out there. About anything these days.
No, yeah. You see, and that's one of the things. I mean, when it comes to the podcast, I mean, I'm live. I'm on my YouTube. I mean, I've got like 16 people on here right now, and when it comes to Instagram, trying to get it out there. I mean, I get on pages. I've got a couple of pages like in the thousands that share my links, and it's just even with all that, it's still hard, because there's still like, it's like I tell people, I mean, I can go down the street, not that I'm anybody, but it's like I can go down the street and tell people, hey, that's what I do. And they're like, what is that? Like, nobody's going to know. There's so many things going on in the world that it's like, unless you're like literally like in people's faces every day, they're not going to remember, So it's hard. I mean, especially with films, there's so many. I mean, you go through some of these streaming services, and there's like hundreds and hundreds, man. And it's like, okay, go down the list, go look at the ones that keep popping up that I want to see, and then I just go and go hit the other ones, But I make sure I watch, and leave reviews, good reviews, just to support everybody, and it's just keep it going.
Thanks, man. That's great. Yeah, at the end of the day, like that's what filmmaking is about. It's about the community, right? Like if we don't support each other, like how are we going to make it? Like
No, yeah. I mean,
you
it
have
works
to.
both ways. Like the biggest thing for myself was, especially with combat sports, was that these promotions were like, oh, the fighters, fighters got to sell tickets. If you're gonna fight, you got to sell $500 worth of tickets. If you don't get your purse. I mean, it's just money, right? But at the same time, I'm like, man, if I'm fighting for you, like, you got to promote me too, man. It's not just gonna be give, give, give. Like, I want to fight, but I'm not gonna, fight for half of what I can sell. And I mean, it's a mess. I mean, well, it's money. It's a business, but there's promotions
Mm.
out there that just pay you flat, 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, and unfortunately, those are the ones that a lot of these fighters want to fight for. But when it comes to promoters, man, yeah, it works both ways. Promote your fighters, promote your people. I mean, they promote their sponsors, so it's like, throw the fighters' pages out there, their photos, their profiles, their everything. But the filmmakers as well. It's just, that's one of the things at the beginning, I guess I didn't understand, what, because I mean, there are actors that jump on projects like every month, like 5, 6 projects, and I get it, but when it comes to sharing the work, it's like, man, a lot of them don't do that. And I'm thinking, okay, I don't know if that's like, because not to say they don't care, but it's like they got so much stuff going on that it's like too much. But some of them do, though, but it's just, it helps everybody, like you said.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a big believer in like always working with passionate and collaborative people, because like if I cast someone who like has a big social media following and then like doesn't share it, it's almost like, what's the point? Why did I even cast them? And
No,
it's like in
exactly.
general, like if you're going to sign on to someone's project, and like you should have like we should have passion for this. Like we're very
Yeah.
lucky to be doing this professionally. Like it's not everyone can say that. So we should promote, we should help support people. And that's why I love horror as well. Is like the community of horror is so like passionate. Like you have all these conventions, these film festivals, like these
Oh yeah.
online bloggers that review films and stuff. And it's like it's just a community. It's very community. It's like a very nice community, the horror community.
No, yeah, because, and then that kind of, you brought up the whole convention thing, because, like, I guess maybe last year, well, I would say last year, it was to where even like the guests wouldn't, a lot of them wouldn't promote or wouldn't share where they were going, and I was like, man, what gives? Like, and they started doing that a lot more this year, which is makes sense, because it's like, if I'm a celebrity and I'm going to your town, I mean, of course, I want people to know, because I want people to show up and support me, So it just kind of makes sense to let people share the promotion, share the flyer, and let people know where you're going to be at. Because I mean, but the same thing with these films, throw them out there, man. Throw the links, do the reviews, send people to the pages, the website, whatever it is, just to create that traffic. And like you said, I mean, like we mentioned earlier, when it comes to social media, man, I mean, it's about hits, it's about interaction, it's about people not just dropping hearts or dropping likes, but actually commenting and saying something. It's just every little thing helps.
Yeah, man. It's like independent filmmaking. It's so difficult. So it's like I'm very lucky with the Demoness. We have a lot of actors in the cast that are like sharing it on social media, which is great. And like it was a very passionate cast and crew, very good people.
And let
Some
me ask,
people I've worked with before as well. So.
no, yeah, well, and I was going to ask you about that. I mean, was it people that you already had like in previous projects?
Yeah, it was quite a few people. So I did a feature in 2018 called The Bestowal. It was like a sci-fi drama, a low-budget indie film. And the lead actor of that, Sam Britton, he was actually one of the producers on this film, The Demoness. And even the cinematographer from that movie, Matt Ford, he was the cinematographer on this movie. And then Brittany, who did makeup, she did the Sedctress From Hell. My post team, Ivan Ortega, the editor, Steve Campagna, sound designer, they also worked on my last project. So definitely a lot of people I work with, but a lot of new people too. I think the actors, other than Xander Bailey, who was in my mini series, The Twisted Doll, the whole cast, I think, was I hadn't worked with before. So that was
Nice,
cool.
man. You see, and that's one of the things I always, I mean, going to these projects, especially locally, I mean, there's people that I've worked with before. So every time I get there and I see people I've worked with, it kind of, I feel more relaxed. I'm like, oh, okay, I've worked with these people. The chemistry's there. It just makes things a little bit better. And, you just have fun. But, I mean, every time on the project, and I haven't met these people. I interact, I talk to people, and I just start trying to catch their vibe, and just go off of that, because it helps. I don't want to be off script, or come off differently when it comes to the character. But the fact that you worked with these people, I mean, it's great, man. I mean, you already know that what they can bring, what they can do. It just makes sense.
Thanks, man. Yeah, at the end of the day, like film is collaborative effort, right? So it's like we're all on the same team. That's why like things like drama or like arguments on set, it doesn't do anyone any good because only the film suffers. So we have to really get along because like if we want to make the best film possible, like we have to work together. There's no other way around it.
No, I agree, man. Now, of course, brother. I mean, when it comes to California, I mean, is that home? Is that where you're going to retire at?
I don't know about retire. I guess like it's great for film. So I guess that's why I'm here. I do like it as well. LA is a fun city. But yeah, I mean, I'm always open to other places. Like at the end of the day, like I just want to do as many projects, as possible in my life. So like I'm always happy to go to any state, country, place in the world. It's really about telling stories for me at the end of the day.
Oh yeah, and I was going to say too. I mean, you mentioned California when it comes to filming, because of course, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that still happens out there. But here in Texas, a lot of people from California moved out here, and I mean, because of that, you got actors, you got writers, directors. I mean, people in the film industry, music, everything, and it just seems to have it put a buzz on what was already happening. I mean, San Antonio's already had tons of hundreds of filmmakers, but because a lot of bigger names, more money came in, now it's just kind of steamrolling, and there's a lot of stuff going on. So might be neighbors, man. We'll see. A couple of years.
Yeah, man, I'm down, and I've heard Austin is big too. I was at I met a guy last week who's in a movie that played at Fantastic Fest, and that's one of the biggest horror festivals in the world.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I mean that happened. It's crazy. It's like the whole week, man. And I know this past week, past year, I couldn't make it because of work. But it's just like seeing pictures and everybody posting, and you're like, damn, man, like, But that's like the go-to. I mean, definitely, But it's Austin's always been big. Somebody described it to me this way. They were like, when it comes to films, TV episodes, it's always going to be Austin. When it comes to commercials, everything higher end, or it's going to be a Dallas, Fort Worth area. And that's basically how it works, But there's a lot of filming being done here. I mean, I'm in a few casting, units where they send me like every day, bro. There's always like they need people, they need this, they need actors, period. But a lot of them, the only thing I look at is the distance, because if I go shoot for one day and it's a 3-hour drive or 4-hour drive, then I got to drive back that same night and then go to work the next day.
That's a tough one, man.
Yeah, so I got to look at the dates and the time, and if it's like a 2-day, then that's what I mentioned earlier. My work's pretty lenient. Like as long as I give them a heads up, they're okay with me going somewhere. But it's like at the same time, I got to look at my schedule, see what I have coming up, and when it comes to home, make sure everything's good. And unfortunately, I've had to say no to like a few things, a few projects, which I do regret. But the fact that they still keep reaching out, I'm like, okay, well, it's still, there's still time. I definitely want to keep going and keep, jumping on as many projects as possible. But films as well, not just commercials, not just anything else, but I mean, definitely movies.
That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing like cinema, in my opinion.
No, for sure, man. I mean, that's the reason I do what I'm doing now. I mean, it's a great window for me to actually reach out to individuals like yourself, when it comes to writers, directors, I mean, just anybody in the business, because of course, when it comes to projects, I follow you guys. So if there's, an audition or something that comes up, and I can throw my 2 cents and see what happens. But, for the most part, man, I mean, I'm enjoying it. It's definitely been a great ride.
For sure, man. And are you on Actors Access as well?
I'm sorry?
Have you heard of Actors Access, the website?
I have, and the only reason I didn't get on there was because I sort of still kind of wanted to stay local when it comes to Texas. Next year, I know I have 2 projects where I'm going to be flying out, so I'm definitely looking forward to those. But I'm determined to get 4 projects out of state next year. Just to kind of get out there and meet people, network, of course, jump on different, productions, and then just keep going. But I mean, that's my goal. It's like somebody had asked me when I would know if I made it, and for me, I said, you know what? When I take over that Jake from State Farm guy, I said that's when I know I've made it, bro. I'm kidding, by the way, but yeah, it's just I just want to keep going. It's fun. It's nice way to get out there and network and see what comes out, man. Honestly,
That's awesome. I mean, you could still apply for auditions in LA because like a lot of them are what they call self tapes now.
yeah.
So like, say if you got something, you could always come here for a week and film and then go back.
No,
There's
yeah,
a lot of stuff's filming in LA. Like a lot of the verticals I see feature films too.
yeah, because I had actually worked in a commercial with another actor, and he had told me about that one, and I was like, man, and I looked it up, and he was like, yeah, man, it's all over the states, everywhere, and I was like, oh man, and I didn't get I wasn't like afraid, but I was just like, oh, okay, like I gotta time that one, like next year for sure, like I definitely want to get on that and just keep, like right now, the fact that I was invited for like two projects, I said, okay, cool. I know the guys. I'm like, you know what? I want to do those. It's going to be like a 3 to 4 day shoot, like Friday through Monday, and get as much done as possible, and then come back. But I mean, but yeah, if there's like a huge film or something, man, out there, I mean, I'll definitely fly and you know pack a pillow and a blanket and sleep in the airport if I have to, man.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's a lot of stuff happening in LA. Like, I mean, it's not the same as it used to be. Like, things have left, but it's still LA. So
Yeah. No, yeah. I follow one page, or I think it's on Instagram, but they're always posting projects, man, and LA, and I'm like, damn, so I know there's a lot of stuff going on. It's just, I mean, I interviewed a lady the other day, actually had a screening service, man, and a streaming service, but she was saying how she just packed a large trash bag and moved to LA years ago, and I was like, damn, like that's hardcore, man. But I mean, when she was, jumped on so much stuff, went to school, moved back home, and now they're doing their thing down there in South Texas, which is great. But for me, I was just like, man, that's commitment. Like that's something that you really have to be like, okay, this is what I want to do. Just pack whatever you can and hit the road, man.
yeah, I mean, LA's like it's not easy. In fact, the lead actress in the Demoness, she just moved to LA, I think, like a month or two ago, and like she's so like yeah, she's very committed and very talented and is definitely going places.
No, for
But yeah,
sure,
it's not
bro.
an easy town, man. It's a tough industry. It's like incredibly competitive.
Oh yeah, yeah. And I mean, like I mentioned earlier, I mean, when it comes to movies, I mean, you can jump on Tubi, on Prime, on man, there's like so many out there, and you're like, wow. But that's like I said, I mean, I go through the list, I go through them and I watch them, and I just keep supporting. I mean, it's all about hits. I know somebody, not that I stopped watching them and I don't go back, but somebody was like, yeah, just make sure you play the whole thing because that way they can get their hits. Because if not, they don't get credit. And I was like, oh shit, okay. I mean, I didn't know that, but yeah, if you're watching those films, just let them keep playing.
Yeah, it's even like the ad revenue. Like I think my movie The Bestowal on Tubi, whenever someone sees an ad, like it contributes to how much we make on the film as well. And that's the same for every filmmaker, I think, on Tubi. And Tubi has thousands of movies. I mean, it's a huge catalog.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's still growing, but yeah, like I said, I mean, I support the fact that you guys are out there making these films and giving opportunities to actors and actors, everybody. Because I mean, of course, you need a gaffer, you need the DP, everybody. So of course, you guys create jobs, and just need those investors to jump in and help out with that, right?
Yeah, that's always the hard part, man. I mean, for 10 years when I've been doing this, like, there's a famous quote, I think Orson Welles, the director, said, I spend 10% of my time making movies and 90% of my time looking for money to make movies. And it's like, I feel like that's my life. Like, it's probably even more than 90%, but it's just a hustle to find funding.
You see, and you mentioned earlier, I mean, you've had luck running into people actually interested in, when it comes to distribution. And I mean, but are these individuals that you meet like at the festivals, at mixers?
Yeah, so a lot of people I've met, like, it's always hard for independent projects to get financing because, like, no one really knows how it's going to do. And it's like, but I've collaborated with a lot of people that I've met at like festivals. I think my sound designer on my first feature, The Bestowal, I met him at the American Film Market like 12, 10, 11 years ago. And then I also met him in a screening, I think,
Yeah.
similar time. So like sometimes you run into people, and then a lady that I met at a networking mixer, she gave me a distributor contact for my short film, Just One Drink, and then I got distribution because of her. So it's like, it really does help to know people, and like, the more you can increase your network, the better the chance of that happening. Because like, you never know, like who you meet, or like who's gonna help you, or who you're gonna help as well. Like, it's all about the community. I feel like it's.
No, yeah, man. I mean, it's that network. It's those people that you keep in your circle, and I mean, of course, not everybody can help every time, but I mean, if you're fortunate enough to find somebody that can, I mean, that's always great.
Yeah, because that's my philosophy. It's like, I'm not Paramount Pictures, or like, so like we have to help each other, right? That's how we come up in life. I feel like it's just helping each other.
No, no, for sure, man. And of course, I mean, when it comes to the release, I mean, it's already out there. It's in the circuit. I mean, but is this going to be on VOD as well?
So yeah, we haven't actually screened publicly anyway yet, but the plan is to we did sign a sales agent like about a week ago. So we're waiting to hear back about distribution, but my estimate is probably sometime summer next year, like a VOD release. I'd love, I'm shooting for the stars, and like I would love it if Lionsgate came and opened this in theaters. Like that's the dream,
Yeah.
but we'll see what happens.
Hey, man,
that's obviously very difficult.
Never know, man. We'll tag them, see what they say.
Yeah, I mean, it's a hustle, right? And if you don't try, you definitely won't succeed. So at least they'll try.
Yeah. You see, but a lot of time, I mean, let me say this though, because I mean, when it comes to a lot of these projects, I mean, of course, I get a lot that people that I've talked to, people that I know, and they're like, "Hey, man, like I have this character, like, I feel you can bring something to it, like if you're interested." And of course, like I'll be the sound guy if I have to. I'm all about helping out and doing whatever I can. But um, but it is a lot of, for the most part, it's a lot of who you know.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
that's why that network has to keep growing, because I mean, when it comes to combat sports, for years, man, I mean, I had fighters, I have matchmakers, I have promoters from outside the state, like always hitting me up, coming through Texas. They were like, "Hey, we need a venue, we need sponsors, we need fighters, who do you have?" And I'm like, just connecting the dots, man. I mean, my network was pretty damn good, and I mean, I was known to make stuff happen. So I mean, I take a lot of pride in that, because as soon as they hit me up, I'd be at work and I'm like, "Oh crap, like hold on, let me contact these people, man." And I mean, sure enough, they get back to me and they're like, "Hey, okay, we got them, dude, like we're good," I mean, it's just I never, well, I don't want to say I never got credit for a lot of this stuff. I mean, I would, but it wouldn't be like, they wouldn't put a billboard up and be like, "Hey, this guy made it happen." But I did help out a lot of people, a lot of fighters, bro. When it comes to sponsors, I mean, this is the same thing like you're talking about investment. In the beginning with the fight game, man, it was easier, I would say, to get sponsors for these fighters, and now it's like, man, you got to hit a couple hundred people before somebody says, "Okay, let me think about it."
Wow, that's a lot. I didn't realize it would be that difficult, but I guess it makes sense.
Yeah, because it's kind of like NASCAR. You want to put a logo on something, but at the same time, they're like, "Well, there's, it's a 12 bout card. There's 24 fighters. Like, this guy's in the prelim, or he's on the mid card, or the main event." I mean, it depends. Everything has, sections. If they're the main event or in the main card, then it's a little bit like, okay, these guys are going to be seen. They're going to be on TV. People are going to see these logos, and but when it comes to like the undercard, it's always like, okay, we'll try to grab what we can and just keep it going. Get them some money.
Sounds like you're kind of like the unsung hero, right? Like the guy behind the scenes.
Always, brother. And I prefer it. I mean, I do a lot better behind the scenes, but it's just like when a lot of these fighters are grateful, and they do thank me, and they're like, "Hey, man, like I'm like, dude, like this is your money. Like this is my thing." I would always tell them, I say, "You know what? Right now you're fighting for a couple hundred, a couple thousand. Like, when you start fighting for like 50, 100,000, then we'll talk, man. You can throw me something." But right now it's just like helping them put something in their pocket, because they got to train, they got to eat, they got to, I mean, nothing's paid for. I mean, once they get paid, a lot of it goes towards the gym, towards the manager, towards the people that help them. So it's like you fight for like 10,000. I mean, lucky if you get like 4,000, to go home too, man. So
Yeah, no, it's hard, man. I mean, filmmaking's the same thing. It's like a very difficult journey. Like I'm very lucky that like I've been had experience. Like I remember one of my first short films. Like I didn't have the money to get a sound guy, so I made it a silent movie. And like I didn't have money to hire a DP, so I made it like a handheld black and white movie. So it's like you have all these like trials and like obstacles. So um,
I think the sound guy just went off because my neighbor's dogs are singing over here, but it's
oh
like music to my ears, man.
oh, the sound guy. Oh, there's an alarm or something. You said.
No, no, I said the sound guy didn't show up today. I said because the neighbor's dogs are over here howling. I said it's like
Oh,
music to my ears, but yeah, man. But of course, my man, this film, like you said, I mean, it won't be out on VOD if anything till next year. Right now, it is going through the circuits. I mean, festivals. Uh, unfortunately, we have to wait till it does come out on VOD. I mean, I did watch a teaser. Man, I mean, the makeup, of course, the cinematography, the camera angle, sound, everything, of course, look great. So, I'm looking forward to it, man. Once it comes out, I'll definitely be watching.
thank you so much, man. And yeah, if you and anyone listening wants to follow us on Instagram, like you can see where maybe we'll be playing in a festival in Texas. We did submit to a lot, and I'd love to play at Fantastic Fest next year. Like I've already emailed the guy actually about it, so
My
we'll
man,
see what
there's
happens.
a film festival going down in Austin for the Blood Over Texas event. It's actually going to be their first film festival, but they have been having events for like the past few years. I'll send you their link, man. I mean, I'm not. I mean, of course, to help you get it out there, but at the same time, so I can actually go over there and watch it.
I'd
But I
love
would
to,
love
man.
to.
Please, yeah. What's the name of it?
It's a Blood Over Texas. It's what the page is under, and it is out of Austin, Texas. But it's horror for the holidays is the event. But I mean, it's Blood Over Texas. I'll send you the link because I mean, I actually posted it on my page earlier. But just try to help out and get stuff out there because I've actually asked other filmmakers to do that because I'm like, hey, send it over here, man. See, no way I can go out there and check it out, But I mean, we'll see if we can make that happen, man.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I'm happy to submit. Like the more festivals, any festivals we get into, we'd love the publicity.
No, 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 not at all, man. And I appreciate you, of course, man. I mean, jumping on here. I mean, for those like you said, I mean, even those watching, I mean, investors, companies, I mean, they can definitely reach out to you guys and help make these films happen, right?
Thank you so much, man. Yeah, no, I'm grateful to be on it. Like I love talking about movies anytime.
No, no, for sure, man. And I know the last time I told you, dude. I mean, even if it wasn't about a project, I mean, we can definitely come in here and chop it up and talk about films coming up, dissect them a little bit. I mean, I'm not. I always tell people, and I don't say this in a bad way, but I'm not a horror nerd. Like I know my movies, I know what I've watched, but it's like when it comes to like, I've got buddies that are like, oh, that's that actress that played on this, and she was also on this, and I was like, bro, like I maybe, I don't know, I don't remember, but I mean, yeah, if you ever want to sit down and just talk film, man, I mean, be more than welcome to bring you back on here and chop it up a little bit.
Thanks, man. No, I appreciate that. I mean, like, although I love horror, like, I love all genres. Like,
Yeah.
I love action. I mean, Mission Impossible series is one of my favorites. The Dark Knight, The Lord of the Rings, like, I've seen those movies like countless times. Like, I just love movies, and if they're well made, I rewatch and rewatch.
Man, I know like Lord of the Rings was great, and I can say that because I actually sat through it. Like my attention span, if it starts lacking, like I'm like, oh man, like I got to get up and move around. But I mean, Lord of the Rings, yeah, like that one kept my attention the whole time, and it was freaking well made movie. So kudos for them.
Yeah, man, those are brilliant movies. I just love the music, the story, the acting. Like, it's just amazing films.
No, no, for sure, man. And of course, that's why it hit the big screen and they did what they did. But I mean, there's a lot of great stuff up there. I mean, I'm definitely, movie buff, when it comes to like 80s and 90s. I mean, I grew up watching that stuff like when it came out. But I mean, I think the 90s, I tell people it's like a lot of I think like Scream 1 I saw, and then like Scream 2 and 3, I didn't see till like years later because there was a time gap where I was just going to shows, covering music, doing the whole, event thing, and so I didn't watch much of TV or movies for that matter. But I had to go back and rewatch a lot of this stuff because I think Scream 5 came out, and I was like, oh damn, they did 3 and 4. Like I had no idea.
No, I love '90s movies. Like my childhood, like I grew up in the '90s, so like Star Wars, The Phantom Menace, Con Air, Face Off, Hard Rain, like Broken Arrow, like all those action movies. You know, Travolta, Nicolas Cage. Like that was my childhood. You know, I just love those movies.
No, no. I mean, I agree. I mean, those are some great ones. I mean, Nicolas Cage. I think I've seen so many of his films. Kind of, not that I forget what character's what, but I'll get one confused with the other, and I'm like, oh man, that was Con Air, or that was this. But he's been in a lot of great movies though.
He's amazing. I love Con Air. Like that's one of my favorite. I think I just was when I was a kid. I just rewatched it. I think my parents had the VHS.
Nice.
And John Malkovich in that movie, John Cusack, just great acting. So good.
Oh yeah, they had an all-star cast. I mean, if you look back at a lot of these films, like some great actors that came out of these.
Danny Trejo was in Con Air as well. Like
Yeah.
he had a smaller role.
Oh yeah. He was just a quick cameo, man. I mean, he was on somebody had brought up another one that he was in, and I was like, man, I forgot what it was, but I had to look it up because I was like, I don't remember him, and I was like, oh crap, like I saw him, but yeah, he's been in a lot of tons of projects, man.
He was even in Heat with Robert De Niro and Al Pacino, I think, right? This is around a similar time. That's another one of my favorite movies, Heat. I love it.
Oh yeah. I know. I've seen. I mean, he's been in tons of indie films as well, so I've seen a bunch of zombie and a lot of good stuff, man. So yeah, he's out there definitely doing good stuff.
Machete's a good film too.
Yeah,
the first two.
He was actually Robert Rodriguez was actually here for the Desperado. I think he was doing like the anniversary.
And, really?
It happened Saturday. I was actually filming when they were out here, and I was like, damn, I wanted to go, but I think that Danny Trejo was here also, man. I think somebody posted a picture of him, and I was like, damn, you saw him at a convention earlier this year. That was pretty cool.
Oh, nice. Yeah, Desperado's a good movie, a classic. Is it Antonio Banderas, right? I think.
Yeah.
And Salma Hayek.
And it's got a lot of the same like cast, like we mentioned earlier, when it comes to the same characters, the same, I'm sure a lot of the same people behind the scenes, just because the chemistry is already there, and they just, movie magic, man. They make it happen.
Yeah, movie making is like just a gift, man. It's just so great.
No, for sure, man. I mean, that's why, this whole, let me ask you real quick before we end it, but when it comes to AI, where do you stop with AI?
I think like I'm ethically opposed to it personally. But like it's just a part of society now that like I think it's going to become more common. I think if there's a way to have it morally, like, and not take people's jobs, I think that's like I'm not opposed to that as much. But that's what I like. I don't think it should affect people's livelihoods. I think that's wrong. Also, their creative works too. Like I don't think AI can never make a film like Christopher Nolan can. Or
no, you see, and that's the thing. I think my thing is just like everybody makes these like fake movie posters, and I'm like, and I already know it's AI, but I'm just like, man, come on, give it up. It's just, I mean, they keep popping up with all these different movies and mashups, and I'm like, okay, it's just getting a little out of hand when it comes to social media. But I mean, it's just, one of those that I just, I mean, I know it's going to be for good, and it's just going to help when it comes to a lot of things. I think at my work, like people, they'll post like videos and songs. Like they'll make a song, and I'm like, okay, it sounds cheesy as hell, but yeah, it can create stuff with it. It's just when it comes to like real art, real emotion. I mean, that's where it's never gonna get. It's never gonna bring any of that.
I agree, but you're right though. Like I see that on YouTube, like all these trailers for movies that they haven't actually made trailers, but it's like AI. Like they're pretending it's like a real trailer, but it's not.
So they definitely got to stop it with that, man. But yeah, but it's like you said, it's here. So of course, we'll just go ahead and work around it. And when it comes to you guys, indie filmmakers and musicians and everybody out there trying to make their things from scratch, I love it. I'm a big supporter of that, and of course, I'm gonna keep supporting. But my man, we're gonna be wrapping it up, bro. But dude, anything you want to say before we wrap this up?
Not really. I guess just thanks for having me on, and like I appreciate whoever's listening, or whoever's watching as well.
No, for sure. I mean, we actually got quite a few hits, man. So of course, I appreciate everybody that's been watching. For those that have been watching, of course, the video only for some reason stays on Instagram and Facebook for like 30 days now. I wasn't aware of that, but everything ends up on the YouTube channel and the Coming Soon podcast. Of course, for everybody that's watching, definitely go out there, subscribe. My man Andrew, thank you very much, my brother. Don't hang up yet, but thank you for
Thank
jumping
you so
on
much,
here.
Mary. No, I won't hang up though.
Yes, sir. Everybody out there, of course, once again, Spider here, Coming Soon Podcast. As always, till next time.